Yashikaya.
The 11th of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
That's in terms of because of the necessity to dry the water off. But in terms of what we saw, we went back to Kuf Nun Chet that because of the
Oh,
mias
that's
factor, the
that.
the disgusting factor of the water getting on the bread, he has to dry his hands off for that.
Okay.
So,
Kuflun Tat Kaf.
right, right.
Okay. So it says, let's see. Mapil Yadav Eino Mivarech al Tevilat Yadayim Ella al Netilat Yadayim. Oh, okay. Okay, so when one puts his hands, I guess, whether, uh, so let's see, it says, he does not say, Tevilat Yadayim, on immersing his hands or hands, but he says on the tila yadayim, which I guess is sort of like taking one's hands, or maybe
Right.
washing one's hands, literally taking
Right.
them. But
Yeah.
could
Well, Natila, that's an interesting word, Natila. Uh, uh, Noitel. I'm not sure. Natila's Yadayim. I'm not sure exactly how that fits in terms of the vocabulary and grammatical aspects of the word. Um, yeah. Okay. So you have immersing and washing, right? Uh,
right. So immersing his hands, we don't say let's see, a no mivarech. We don't say a blessing, immersing one's hands.
right.
But we say, I don't have a good translation here. Okay, but we do say Natilat. I'm just going to say taking one's hands because that's sort of what you do, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, in a certain way. I mean,
Pour water over.
it's yeah. Natilat. What's the Natilat?
I don't know. I can look up the modern word, maybe Natal, and see.
Well, I mean, just take a look in your siddur. What in the beginning of the siddur? How do they the first bracha you mentioned and make in the morning? How do they how do
Oh
they
yeah.
translate that?
Okay.
Let's start with that. We'll start with that. Well, then we'll.
If this has it, this is a Sephardic. Let's see. Okay, 1 second. Oh, this doesn't have it, or maybe it has it someplace else.
Maybe later. It might be later on. Maybe it's later on they make the bracha.
Yeah,
Should
yeah.
be. Should be.
Although they should make it after you have your tefillin on, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Um,
It's weird.
uh,
Oh, you know what? I can take it out of my tallis bag. Hold on a second. I mean, I do have Ashkenaz because that's how I daven. 1 second. I'll try to straighten this out. Okay, so let's see what it says here. Because this has a lot of blessings before. Okay, hold on. Or maybe
Could
not.
be, could be, could be, it could be listed after the Talis and Tefillin, maybe.
Yeah, it may be because it's funny. It's Modani. Okay, you say when you wake up, and then it has the Reishi Chachma. I thought you had to
Right.
wash your hands first, but I guess you don't say a bracha before that, according to this. Okay,
Right.
so 1 second. Need to take about tzitzit. This is a little embarrassing here. Supposed to have an all-inclusive siddur here. Oh, here, you're right. Natilat Yadayim is after Yigdal.
Ah,
No,
okay,
and
could
then
be, yeah. Some of the,
yeah. Okay, so they call it regarding washing the hands, Natilat Yadayim.
right.
Which
So
is
that's, I'm not sure if that's really the exact translation of the Tila. So in any event, I'm not sure if that's a generic translation or that's a an exact
yeah,
translation. Um,
yeah. I don't know. Okay, so they just call it
It means waving the hands.
waving.
Yeah.
Oh, like Natilat Lulav.
Maybe. That's also, yeah, very good. Yeah, very good.
Good catch, Lou.
Thank you.
That is good. Because when you wash your hands before eating, I think you're supposed to sort of shake your hands, shake the water off the hands too.
Right, yeah, you're supposed to,
So
we'll
that
get to
would
it.
be
You're supposed to
sort of
lift them up.
We'll go
right,
like this.
right. So that's sort of in the tila too, I guess. The shaking of. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's so that's the Mishnah Berura. What's the fine? And then there's some fine print here. Let's see. I can read it. V'yesh omrim, some say the mevarchim al tevilat yadayim. Oh, al shitifat yadayim. Okay, so what's he adding? He's adding this shafit al shitifat yadayim. V'chein ikar. And that's takes precedent, I guess. Very interesting. Okay. So let's see
The out to all shtifas. Shtifas is like washing of the hands. That's really the washing there. Shtifa is like washing.
Shifa is washing. Shati.
Shtifas kalim. You have look in Hilchas Shabbos. You have Shtifas kalim.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so let's go on, I guess, to the Mishnah Berura. Which says, do I have this right? Where did oh yeah, Eino Mivarech. Okay. Eino Mivarech v'chulei. Shehechin Tzivanu al Hatvila. Okay, so oh, this is um Shehechan. Shehechan is not excuse me. Oh,
Gesundheit.
again.
Shehechan tzivanu al tevila. Shehechan Our al netila nitztava. Shehecha nitzava.
Or
That
is it
I'm
like
not sure.
are we commanded in Tevila in immersing?
Yeah,
Maybe.
like shehecha. That how is it? How is it that how is it that we're commanded on an immersion? Right? Our al netila nitztavenu, but rather on the washing we're commanded. We're commanded on the washing, not on the um, immersion.
Okay. V'yesh biklal matayim maineh.
This is an expression. This is an
Oh,
expression. Yesh matayim mana. Within 200 is 100. That's literally what it means. Matayim and mana. Matayim is 200. Mana is 100. So within 200 is 100.
oh, within two. Yeah, okay. Okay. Uh
And
Shemechamat.
so now, how does that apply over here? So this was going to explain. So he's going to illustrate how that applies over here as well.
Right, okay. Shemechamat chiyuv hanetila shenitz tavinu anu matbilin akshav. Okay. Shenitz tavinu, that we are commanded. Matbilin was washing.
So my yeah, so on yeah on the Natina, right?
Mhm.
It's the on the washing we're commanded, right?
Right.
Matzbilin akshav. Valentin is the Venavish Beklamasai Mana, Shemach Maskiv, right? Shemach Maskiv Natila Shnitztavu, Anumat Bilin Aksha. Because of the obligation of Natila we are commanded in, we are now immersing, meaning we don't, for some reason, we don't have the opportunity to do the washing. But so instead of the washing, which is what we're primarily commanded in, we are now commanded in the immersion.
Ah, okay. Wow. Okay, very good. So what's Sadi Zion is oh yeah, V'yeshomrim. Okay, so there are some who say Achronim Hiskimu Kida'at HaMechaber Levarech Al Natila Yadayim. So there are Achronim who agree with the Mechaber, this author, to say the blessing on the Tila Yadayim. Okay. The rock im hamayim psulim, the Tila. Oh, what if the water is a puzzle for the Natila? Natila zeh. Oh no, hold it. Okay, so it's puzzle for Natila, the rock lit bila, but only for immersion. Kedil kame b'simon kuf samik sif tet mevarech al tvila yadayim. Okay, so it's explained in kuf samik tet. So that's to come. Okay, down below. That al tevilat yadayim.
Oh, so let's review again. Look at the Mechaber. The Mechaber says Hamat bil Yadav Einim Mevorach al Tefila Yadayim Ela al Netilas Yadayim. The one who is immersing his hands does not make a bracha on the immersing of the hands. Rather, he makes the bracha al Netilas Yadayim. Even though he's not being notal as Yadayim, he still makes a bracha al Netilas Yadayim. Okay, and as the Mishnah Berura mentioned, why? Sheheikan sivan ala tevila, from where we commanded on the tevila. Meaning there is no place that we're really commanded on immersion. However, the Mishnah Berura says, al netilin stavena, we are in fact commanded on the washing of the hands. V'yesh b'chlal ma'asayim, and there is within 200, 100. Meaning, what does it mean? Shemach maskiyev netila, because of the obligation to wash, shinitstavu anu mitbil and akshav, because of the obligation to wash our hands, we are now doing the immersion now. So therefore, since the immersion that we're doing now is really a consequence of our general, more inclusive obligation to wash our hands, so even though we're not washing the hands now, it's still appropriate to say the bracha al netilas yadayim, because that's what's in fact causing us to do the immersion right now.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And then it follows that the Yesh Omrim, that's in the Ramah, the Yesh Omrim says that in fact you can make a bracha tevilas yadayim, right? And that's in fact the primary halacha. And the Mishnah Berura explains why. Akaronim hiskimu kadas hamachaber the merach al yantinas yadayim. And even though the Ramah said that the ikar is we make a bracha al, we can make a bracha al tevilas yadayim, but nevertheless the Achronim, the latter day authorities, tell us that we in fact are going to go like the opinion of the mechaber to make a bracha al netilas yadayim. But rak, this is only if the mayim are pasulim the netila. That's only if the water that we're using are inappropriate, unacceptable for netila.
Okay.
And rak letfila, and only they only fit these waters for tefila. A kaiman, as we say, later in kuf samek tes. Then in that case, you make a bracha al tefilas yadayim.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Okay. Okay. That's I guess that brings us more or less to our time, no?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
Okay, well. Okay, so that's going to bring us to next week, Kuf Samech. We'll be starting a new simon, Kuf Samech, yes?
Oh, yeah. That what if the water's not fit for washing, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to learn now about. We've been learning about the vessels that you use that have to be used appropriately for the washing, and you have to then about the way whether immersion is appropriate or not. And now we're going to be going into the various different types of water that are appropriate and acceptable or unacceptable for the washing of the hands.
Very good. Okay, Yashikoa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Mark. Mitzvah Shem, tomorrow at the Erev Shabbos, if you like, at 9:30, we'll discuss some things about the Parshas HaShavua. Okay, until then, have a good afternoon.
Shkoyach Meir.
Work to you.
Be well.
Do well, everyone.
Shalom bye.
Okay.
Shalom bye.